you've mentioned about the bracket 20 to 24 that we need to find as many quality players as possible from this group of age for us, to get where we want to be in 2, 3, 4, 5 years, right?
Yeah.
Apart from Arif Aiman, where else do you think we can get this type of talents? Was it from the academy? Is it from the national under 19? Where do you think it is?
Well, I think that's an area that the country can improve and evolve, because that there's those players playing in the Super League. Yeah. There's a few, yeah. There's talk around the second division coming in next year and restructuring that. I think there has to be a foundational approach where there has to be under 23s playing certain minutes in that game. So I recommend regulations where clubs must play under 23 players in that. Yeah, have a foreign limit of that. Maybe 3 foreigners, for example, can play for the club. Yeah, that can maybe work. But must have an under 23 policy or a regulation where that ensures the players are getting minutes at a higher level. Yeah, and then maybe can step into the Super League environment, and that's a stepping stone to improve, let's say, youth development. I think that's an opportunity that we can take steps forward. Yeah. If you drill down further, I look at the youth development, and there's potential, but there's a lot of work to improve from a youth development perspective as well, which will help the national team longer term, but it'll help the country develop more talent, which then goes up the pipeline into the second division, into the Super League clubs, and it's all connected. So in my humble opinion, we've got to all be united for that. That's the federation, MFL, the clubs, to help players keep getting better.
I really like that. I mean, one of the things that I suppose is very difficult, and I talk to sometimes even relatives or family friends, and one of the reasons they sometimes struggle to let their kids perhaps to pursue a career in football is the lack of a clear pathway. Exactly where do you go? Yeah. How is it all connected, right? And I suppose those are lessons that we can take from places like Japan, where you came from, where it's so clear. I mean, even the high school football tournament gets so much of structure and attention.
It's massive. Yeah, I mean, and again, we can learn from the best, right? Because Japan are the best in Asia at that, where they've got a high school pyramid, they've got a university league, and they've got the J League teams, their academies, right? So as a young player, you've got some pathways to choose which way you go. And then you've got J3, J2, J1, right? So there's a lot of opportunity for players to stay in the game. Yeah, and I think this is something from an infrastructure point of view, from a club setup, from a football pyramid that Malaysia can improve with some good planning.
Yeah.